The sky over Sydney darkened abruptly as an enormous alien ship descended, casting a foreboding shadow over the iconic Opera House. A collective gasp rose from the crowd gathered along the harbor, their eyes locked on the alien behemoth blocking out the sun. A low, resonant hum filled the air, rattling windows and sending vibrations through the ground. Jack Lawson stood amidst the chaos, his mind racing. His rugged face, lined with the scars of past battles, betrayed no fear. This was the moment he had been preparing for ever since the Zorathians first appeared on humanity's radar. He clenched his fists, determination setting his jaw. "We need to move now," he barked into his communicator, his voice steady. At the Sydney Defense Command, Dr. Mia Sanchez worked frantically at her terminal. Her dark hair fell in disarray around her face, her fingers flying over the keyboard. She was the best linguist they had, and her expertise was crucial. She adjusted her glasses and squinted at the screen, deciphering the alien code that scrolled before her. "Jack, I've got a pattern here," she said, her voice crackling through his earpiece. "It's their communication frequency. If we can intercept it, we might gain an edge." Jack nodded to himself, weaving through the panicked crowd toward the underground command center. His mind flashed back to the last alien incursion he had witnessed as a child, the loss of his family driving him forward. He wouldn't let it happen again. As he approached the hidden entrance, Captain Tom O'Reilly, his right-hand man, met him with a grim nod. O'Reilly's seasoned face mirrored Jack's resolve. "We're ready when you are, Jack," O'Reilly said, his voice a gravelly assurance. The command center buzzed with activity, screens flickering with data, and soldiers scrambling to their posts. Inside, the atmosphere was tense but controlled. Jack surveyed the room, his sharp eyes taking in every detail. "All right, listen up," he called out, commanding immediate attention. "The Zorathians are here, and we need to hit the ground running. Dr. Sanchez has found a way into their communications. We use this to disrupt their systems and buy ourselves some time." Mia looked up from her console, her eyes meeting Jack's with a mixture of hope and fear. "It's not going to be easy," she warned, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "Their technology is light years ahead of ours, but they have a rhythm, a pattern we can exploit. Then we exploit it," Jack replied firmly. "Captain O'Reilly, I need you to coordinate the ground defenses. Get our people ready for anything." O'Reilly saluted and turned on his heel, barking orders to his subordinates. The room erupted into organized chaos as soldiers and technicians moved with purpose. Jack approached Mia, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "We'll get through this," he said softly, his eyes reflecting the weight of his words. "We have to." As night fell, the alien ship loomed ominously, its lights casting an eerie glow over the city. The first strike came without warning. A beam of intense energy shot from the vessel, targeting the city's power grid. Explosions rocked the streets, plunging Sydney into darkness. Panic surged through the populace, but Jack's voice cut through the din via the emergency broadcast system. "Stay calm and find shelter. We are fighting back," he assured the citizens, his tone unyielding. "Our defenses are in place, and we will protect you." Underground, the command center was a hive of activity. Mia's hands trembled as she worked, but she kept her focus, her mind a whirl of calculations and translations. "Jack, they're using a coded signal to coordinate their attacks," she announced. "If we can break it, we might disrupt their entire operation." Jack's mind raced, piecing together their next move. "Get me a team. We're going to infiltrate that ship and upload a virus into their mainframe. It's a long shot, but it's our best chance." Minutes later, Jack, O'Reilly, and a small team of elite soldiers prepared for the mission of their lives. As they donned their gear, Jack addressed them with a steely gaze. "This is for our planet, for our families. We hit them hard and fast. No second chances." The team moved out, making their way through the devastated city towards the alien ship. The night was alive with the sounds of battle, but their resolve was unshakable. Jack led the way, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. As they approached the alien behemoth, the ship's hull loomed like a mountain before them, impenetrable and daunting. But Jack knew that humanity's greatest strength was its resilience, its ability to adapt and overcome. He took a deep breath, signaling to his team. Let's show them what it means to face humans. The silence shattered as the first blast from the Zorathian ship struck Sydney's power grid. Explosions erupted, and the city plunged into darkness. Jack Lawson, leading his team through the chaos, kept his focus sharp. The hum of alien machinery echoed in the distance, a constant reminder of the impending threat. Jack and his team reached the entrance to the underground command center. Inside, the atmosphere was frenetic but controlled. Technicians and soldiers worked tirelessly, illuminated by emergency lights. Dr. Mia Sanchez was at her console, her face lit by the soft glow of her monitor. Her discovery of the alien communication patterns was their beacon of hope. Jack, Mia called, not looking up from her screen. I've isolated the primary frequency they're using to coordinate their attacks. It's complex, but we can jam it. Good work, Mia, Jack replied, his voice steady. He turned to Captain O'Reilly. Tom, we need to disrupt their communications. How soon can you have a jamming device operational? O'Reilly nodded, his expression grim but determined. Give me 30 minutes. We'll have it ready. The tension in the room was palpable as the team prepared the jamming device. Jack moved among them, offering words of encouragement and support. His leadership was the glue holding the fragile resistance together. As O'Reilly and his team worked, Mia continued to decode the alien signals, her eyes flickering with intense concentration. Jack joined her, his presence a silent reassurance. What else can you tell me about their communication? He asked. Mia's fingers danced over the keyboard. Their language is more than just words, it's a blend of syntax and neural impulses. They're practically telepathic. If we can mimic their signals, we might be able to send false commands and create confusion among their ranks. A spark of hope ignited in Jack's eyes. Can we do that? With enough time, yes, Mia replied. But we need to buy that time. Outside, the sounds of battle grew louder. The Zorathian forces were advancing, their technology overwhelming human defenses. Explosions and gunfire echoed through the streets, accompanied by the cries of the wounded. Jack knew they were running out of time. Tom, Jack called to O'Reilly, who was overseeing the final adjustments to the jamming device. Status? We're ready, O'Reilly confirmed. We'll launch the signal in 10 seconds. The countdown began, each second stretching into an eternity. Jack watched the screen as the device activated, sending a powerful jamming signal towards the alien ship. The effect was immediate. The alien lights flickered, and the ominous hum wavered. Confusion rippled through the Zorathian ranks as their coordinated attack faltered. Now! Jack shouted. Move out! We hit them while they're disoriented. Jack led his team through the maze of tunnels, emerging into the chaotic streets. The city was a battlefield, debris and flames casting eerie shadows. They moved with precision, using the element of surprise to their advantage. Each member of the team played their part, their actions synchronized through years of training and mutual trust. As they advanced towards the alien ship, Mia's voice crackled in Jack's earpiece. Jack, I'm picking up a new signal. It's stronger, more focused. They're adapting. Keep working on that mimic signal, Jack responded. We need every edge we can get. They reached the base of the alien ship, its hull a towering wall of alien metal. Jack signaled his team to plant the explosives at key structural points. The plan was to create a breach large enough for them to infiltrate the ship's interior. Charge is set, O'Reilly confirmed. Ready on your mark, Jack. Jack took a deep breath, the weight of the moment pressing down on him. Do it! The explosives detonated, shaking the ground and sending a shockwave through the air. A section of the hull crumbled, revealing an opening. Jack and his team moved swiftly, entering the alien ship. Inside, the air was thick with an unfamiliar, metallic scent. The walls pulsed with an eerie, otherworldly light. Stay sharp, Jack whispered, leading the way. We're in their territory now. As they navigated the labyrinthine corridors, Mia's voice came through again. Jack, I've got it. I've cracked their command structure. I can send false orders, but it will only buy us a few minutes. That's all we need, Jack replied. O'Reilly, get ready to deploy the virus. We're going to hit them where it hurts. The team moved with purpose, their goal clear. Each step brought them closer to the heart of the ship, where the command center awaited. Jack's heart pounded with anticipation and fear. This was their chance to turn the tide, to show the Zorathians that humanity would not bow easily. As they approached the final barrier, the tension peaked. Jack raised his hand, signaling a halt. He turned to his team, their faces illuminated by the alien glow. This is it. We go in hard and fast. No mistakes. They nodded, their resolve mirrored in his eyes. Jack took a deep breath, then gave the order. Go! The team burst into the command center, weapons at the ready. The Zorathians, caught off guard, reacted with a mix of surprise and aggression. Jack's team moved with precision, targeting key systems and planting the virus. The alien ship shuddered as the virus took hold, disrupting their systems. Jack could see the confusion and panic in the Zorathian ranks. This was their moment. Mia, send the false command now, Jack ordered. Mia's fingers flew over her keyboard, and within seconds, the alien forces received the fabricated orders. Disarray spread like wildfire among them. Fall back! Jack shouted. We've done what we came for. As they retreated, Jack couldn't help but feel a surge of hope. They had struck a blow against the Invincible, and the battle for Earth had truly begun. Jack Lawson's heart pounded as his team made their retreat through the labyrinthine corridors of the alien ship. The virus they had planted was wreaking havoc, and the false commands sent by Mia Sanchez were creating chaos among the Zorathians. The once formidable invaders were now stumbling in disarray, giving humanity a glimmer of hope. Keep moving! Jack urged his team, his voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through him. The dim, pulsating lights of the ship flickered erratically, a testament to the virus's effectiveness. Captain Tom O'Reilly brought up the rear, ensuring no one was left behind. As they emerged from the alien vessel into the open air, the night sky was alight with the fires of battle. Sydney's skyline, though scarred, still stood resilient against the backdrop of chaos. Jack took a moment to survey the scene, his mind racing with tactical calculations. Jack, over here! Mia's voice called from a nearby shelter. She was flanked by a group of resistance fighters, their expressions a mix of determination and relief. Jack joined her, his team quickly regrouping around them. What's our status? Jack asked, wiping sweat from his brow. Mia handed him a tablet displaying real-time data. The virus is holding, but it's only a matter of time before the Zorathians adapt. We've bought ourselves a few hours, maybe less. O'Reilly stepped forward, his face etched with resolve. We need to strike while they're vulnerable. Hit them hard and fast. Jack nodded, his mind already forming a plan. Agreed. Mia, can we replicate the virus and deploy it across multiple ships? Mia's eyes sparkled with determination. I'll need help, but it's possible. If we can synchronize the attacks, we might cripple their fleet. Do it, Jack ordered. Tom, get our best techs on this. We need those viruses ready to go ASAP. As the team dispersed to their tasks, Jack pulled Mia aside. You've done incredible work, he said, his voice low. But we're not out of the woods yet. Can you hold up? Mia smiled, though the strain was evident in her eyes. I'm not quitting now, Jack. We've come too far. Jack's respect for Mia deepened. She had shown immense courage and intellect under pressure, traits he knew were crucial for their survival. He squeezed her shoulder briefly before returning to the command center, where the hum of activity was relentless. Hours passed in a blur of preparations and tactical briefings. The plan was ambitious: simultaneous viral attacks on multiple Zorathian ships, coordinated to maximize the impact. It was a gamble, but one they had to take. As dawn approached, the team gathered for a final briefing. The air was thick with anticipation, every face reflecting the gravity of the moment. Jack stood before them, his voice firm. This is it. We strike now, with everything we've got. Remember, we're fighting for our planet, for our future. Let's show these invaders what humanity is made of. A chorus of affirmations followed, the resolve palpable. The team moved out, each member knowing their role in the upcoming assault. Jack led the charge, his mind focused and his heart steeled for the battle ahead. They reached the launch point, where modified drones awaited, each carrying a payload of the virus. Mia and her tech team were making final adjustments, their hands steady despite the urgency. Jack watched as the drones lifted off, their engines humming as they ascended into the sky. Here goes nothing, Mia muttered, her eyes fixed on the screens monitoring the drones' progress. The drones converged on their targets, slipping through the alien defenses with practiced precision. Jack's breath caught as the first wave of viruses deployed, their digital payloads infiltrating the alien networks. The results were immediate. The Zorathian ships shuddered, their systems faltering as the virus spread. Direct hits on all targets, O'Reilly reported, a rare smile crossing his face. They're falling apart, Jack. Jack allowed himself a moment of relief before refocusing. Stay sharp. They'll counterattack soon enough. We need to press our advantage. The ground forces moved in unison, exploiting the confusion among the Zorathians. Explosions rocked the alien ships as human artillery found its mark. The tide was turning, and for the first time, victory seemed within reach. Amid the chaos, a sudden realization struck Jack. The Zorathians were regrouping faster than anticipated. Their adaptability was formidable, a reminder of the danger still looming. Prepare for fallback positions, Jack ordered, his voice cutting through the noise. We need to be ready for their counterstrike. As his team acknowledged the command, Jack felt a mix of pride and anxiety. They had achieved a significant victory, but the war was far from over. The next phase would be even more challenging, requiring every ounce of their strength and ingenuity. Standing amidst the battlefield, Jack's resolve hardened. Humanity had proven its resilience, but the true test was yet to come. He would be ready, and so would his team. The fight for Earth was far from over, but they had shown they were not to be underestimated. The morning sun cast a haunting glow over the war-torn city of Sydney. Jack Lawson stood at the forefront of the Resistance's final stand, his eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of movement. The Zorathians had regrouped faster than expected, their adaptive nature proving to be a formidable challenge. Jack knew that this day would determine the fate of humanity. "Jack, they're coming!" Captain Tom O'Reilly shouted, his voice echoing through the calms. Jack's heart pounded as he turned to face the advancing alien forces. The air was thick with tension, the sounds of distant explosions and gunfire growing louder by the second. "Everyone, hold your positions!" Jack commanded, his voice unwavering. "Remember why we're here. We fight for our future, for our families. We can't let them take that from us." Dr. Mia Sanchez, her face etched with determination, stood beside Jack, her eyes fixed on the alien war machines approaching. "Jack, we need to deploy the second wave of viruses now," she urged. "It's our best shot at disrupting their coordination." Jack nodded, his mind racing. "O'Reilly, get those drones in the air. We need to hit them hard and fast." O'Reilly relayed the order, and within moments the sky was filled with the hum of drones launching their payloads. Jack watched as they soared towards the alien ships, each carrying a virus designed to cripple the Zorathian technology. The first wave had been successful, but this second strike was crucial. "Incoming!" a soldier shouted, and the ground shook as alien artillery rained down. Jack's team scrambled for cover, the deafening blast sending shockwaves through the air. The resistance fighters held their ground, returning fire with a fierce determination. "Mia, how long until the viruses take effect?" Jack asked, his voice strained. "Just a few more seconds," Mia replied, her fingers dancing over her keyboard as she monitored the deployment. "We're almost there." Jack's heart raced as he watched the alien ships. Suddenly, the drones hit their targets, and the Zorathian vessels began to falter. Systems flickered and failed, and the alien formation started to break apart. Cheers erupted from the resistance fighters, but Jack knew the battle was far from over. "Stay focused," he called out. "This is just the beginning. We need to push forward and take out their command ship." With renewed vigor, Jack led his team through the chaos, their movements precise and coordinated. The streets of Sydney were a battlefield, littered with debris and the remnants of previous skirmishes. The scent of smoke and burning metal filled the air, mingling with the adrenaline-fueled determination of the fighters. They reached the base of the Zorathian command ship, its towering presence a stark reminder of the enemy's might. Jack signaled for his team to prepare the final assault. "This is it," he said, his voice resolute. "We take down this ship, and we cripple their entire operation." As they advanced, the Resistance fighters engaged the remaining alien forces, their movements a symphony of calculated strikes and defensive maneuvers. Jack's focus was unyielding, his every step driven by the weight of their mission. "Mia, we need that access code to breach the command center," Jack called out. "I'm on it," Mia replied, her eyes narrowing as she hacked into the ship's security systems. Seconds felt like hours, but finally she shouted, "Got it! We're in!" The team stormed the command center, encountering fierce resistance from the Zorathian guards. The air crackled with the sounds of energy weapons and the shouts of determined fighters. Jack fought with unwavering resolve, his every move a testament to his training and his unbreakable spirit. At the heart of the command center, they found the Zorathian commander, a towering figure whose eyes burned with a mix of fury and desperation. Jack stepped forward, his weapon trained on the alien leader. "It's over," he declared. "Surrender now, and we might show mercy." The commander sneered, but before he could respond, Mia's virus fully activated, and the entire ship's systems went dark. The alien leader's defiance crumbled, and he fell to his knees. "We underestimated you," he admitted, his voice a harsh whisper. "But this is not the end." Jack lowered his weapon slightly, his gaze unyielding. "No, it's not," he agreed. "But it is a new beginning for us." As the Resistance fighters secured the command center, a wave of relief washed over Jack. They had struck a decisive blow against the invaders, but the war was far from over. Jack knew that humanity's resilience and unity had brought them this far, and it would continue to drive them forward. Outside, the first rays of sunlight broke through the clouds, casting a golden glow over the battered city. Jack stood tall, his heart filled with hope and determination. They had faced the Invincible and emerged victorious. Now, it was time to rebuild and prepare for whatever challenges lay ahead. Mia joined him, her face reflecting the same mix of exhaustion and triumph. "We did it, Jack," she said softly. "We really did it." Jack nodded, his gaze fixed on the horizon. "Yes, we did. And we'll keep fighting, no matter what." With their spirits unbroken and their resolve stronger than ever, humanity had proven its indomitable spirit. The fight for Earth had only just begun, but they were ready. Together, they would face whatever came next, united and unyielding.